On March 23rd, 28 members of St. Luke's and 8 members of the University of Colorado's Wesley Foundation joined Mark and Leslie Ely of Pura Vida on a 10-day mission trip to Guatemala. This was the church's 3rd annual trip to that country, which is still suffering from a devastating civil war. The objectives of the trip were to build chicken coops for poor homeowners in a remote part of the country, to build 2 adobe homes for widows, do construction work on the Methodist Retreat Center and the orphanage in the small rural town of Lamoa, and to conduct children's Bible camps.
My favorite part of the trip has been working on Adobe 2, which is here behind me. I'm not sure if you can see it. It's just, there were so many things to do. Going to get bricks, mixing up the mud, slapping the mud onto the side of the house, talking with the workers, and watching the people go by and laughing because women were doing what is usually men's work. And it's been really exciting to see the house grow. This one has 2 rooms and a front porch. And I really feel a great sense of accomplishment in having worked on Adobe 2.
The most emotional part of this trip has been building the adobe homes and the chicken coops with the people who are going to be receiving those places. It's one thing to go out and do the work and you don't really see what's going to happen. When you're there with the families that are going to be receiving these homes and are going to be using the chicken coops, and they're working right there beside us, that's really hit me emotionally. And I know that what we're doing is going to carry on even after we've left here.
At the Methodist Retreat Center, we helped construct a concrete roof on the bathroom addition that had been started on last year's mission trip. At the orphanage, we helped with applying stucco and tile to finish the new wing being added, and spent a lot of time playing with the children.
At the orphanage, and there are 2 infants there, both of whom are behind in their development, and holding them. That's really it.
The missionary team conducted Bible camps in 2 locations with over 300 children attending. Activities included Bible stories, singing, playing with a parachute, puppet shows, sack races, t-ball, crafts, and lessons in brushing teeth.
My favorite part of this trip was organizing the Bible camp for over 300 kids, and just seeing all their bright, shiny faces made this trip wonderful.
I think dealing with the kids, seeing how happy they seem to be, kids smile or laughter in any language is the same.
The last day was very emotional for many on the team. We visited the John Wesley School in Santa Cruz del Quiche. This school, in its 3rd year of operation, provides a quality alternative to the public school system and gives its students an opportunity to continue their education beyond the 6th grade, where the public school system leaves off. Several of the team members met the students they had been sponsoring, most for the first time.
I had the most wonderful moment today when we got to meet with the young girl Rosa that we're sponsoring at the John Wesley School. She will be the first girl in her family, actually first person in her family, to be able to go beyond the early grades of school. And her father is just so excited that she's going to be able to continue on in school. He asked us how we decided to help Rosa and why we wanted to do this. And I realized that God had put us in that classroom last year so that we could meet her and help her be able to go on in school. And God had a hand in us being here last year so that we could make this difference in her life. She can now help her brothers and sisters do better in school, and I'm just so pleased that God used us that way.
The team then blessed the 2 adobe homes that they had been helping to build.
I think the most emotional part was blessing Adobe 1 and Adobe 2 today. I worked on Adobe 1, and it was wonderful to think that a woman who lost her husband during the Civil War and had no way of having an income could now have her very own home.
If you'd like to help with this ongoing ecumenical ministry, contact any member of the Missions Committee or visit www.puravida.org.